Hey everybody, Keith here. Hey, I wanted to talk to everybody tonight about English. And lately here I've done some videos on language and what mathematics has to do with it. And so tonight I'm going to show you some proof. And when I posted about English, I'm going to be concise. That's what I meant. So let's take a look. We have a book here. Hans P. Guth, Concise English Handbook, 4th edition. So, this is what we're looking at. And the first thing that we see when we open up the front cover, see if I can get this. See, it says abbreviations, adverb, agreement, apostrophe, awkward, capitalization, coherence, comma, splice, diction, development, division, dangling modifier, documentation, emphasis, sentence fragment, faulty parallelism, glossary, grammar, idiom, informal, lowercase, misplaced modifier, non-standard, punctuation, new paragraph, no paragraph. This is one of my favorites, reference. Every time they give you some kind of word or term that you want to reference, reference. What are you referencing when you say driver? What are you referencing when you say operator? What are you referencing when you say motor vehicle? What are you referencing when you say property? What are you referencing when you say taxes? I need clarification. Repetition, sentence structure, subordination, shift in perspective. Is it the proper name or the improper name? Did someone shift the perspective from proper to improper? Slang, spelling, tense, transition, wordiness, error, omission. And then you see down there at the very bottom, it doesn't have an explanation of those. But like I said, if you get this book, Hans P. Guth, Concise English Handbook. This is the 4th edition. Let me see here. (1926). Okay, and this one here has the latest date is 1977, and it's even referencing 1977 by Wadsworth Publishing Company Incorporated. And this is index includes English language rhetoric, language grammar, English, and that says title. So it's going to discuss all of this stuff in there. Everything has to be structured properly. And all you have to do is make notes about references, dangling participles, misformation of whatever, sentence structure, and we're going to look at something in here that's interesting. Like I said, everything relates to mathematics, particularly grammar. And when we go through and we look at, it says contents, it says grammar and usage, a bird's eye view, grammar and usage, standard and non-standard, irregular plurals, confusing singulars and plurals, compound subject, blind agreement, agreement after there and it, agreement after who, which, and that, logical agreement sound like contracts? You need to start thinking about this shit, people. So, when we talk about mathematics, where did I see it? Oh, let's see here. I could have swore I saw something speaking specifically about mathematics. Maybe it was just the times 2A format and style. It's all referenced in here. And I'm hoping you guys will look this book up and get a copy. And start educating yourself. Because this is the start of it. Linking punctuation, punctuation modifiers, unnecessary commas, sentence modifiers. We talk about word modifiers and sentence modifiers, and then you got to think about the concept of paragraph modifiers and document modifiers, and that's when we start talking about amendments. We can start modifying things. Well, how do you modify them? This right here tells you. This is how you form your contracts. Here we've got, sorry about that. Here we've got mechanics and spelling. See if I can. Mechanics and spelling. Manuscript mechanics, penmanship and typing, titles and themes, spacing and syllabications, italics, abbreviations, numbers, spelling problems, variant forms, confusing pairs, I before E, all of this stuff. The paragraph, well made, topic sentence, relevant detail, transition, recurrent terms, the all-purpose paragraph, paragraph with a special purpose, paragraph with a special strategy. This is the whole foundation of the problem that we have, whether we're communicating with each other verbally, textually, symbolically, physically. We got to get back down to the real mathematics of it and find out what the timelines are and what really makes sense. Did you get a traffic ticket for speeding? Or is it more accurately said, they gave me a ticket for speeding because I was doing 55 in a 35 mile an hour speed zone. And that's what we've got to do, is we've got to start thinking about what people are saying. If they don't make sense mathematically, then you better start questioning it. It's like I said in one of my other videos, I question everything now, including that fucking fly on the wall when we get done. I'm going to know the truth. Mathematically. Pure and simple. Anyway, I'm hoping you guys, like I said, will pick up this book. I'm sure you can get it at the libraries. It's a plentiful source. It's one that which this entire system depends upon. Mixed construction, faulty predication, faulty equation, faulty apositives, incomplete comparison, contraction of coordinate elements. Remember, I was talking about words being contractual if there's two words that can be broken down to their individual words. Homeless is a term that is contractual. Sorry again. Anyway, it's contractual, and when we see, we've got to have coordinate elements. Coordinate elements is a timeline. They have to be specifically coordinated. Each one. That's why we say under penalty of perjury, and it must be rebutted each point, every point, point by point. We've got to do this stuff, and this is why we've got to learn it. We can't just keep trying to refer to, hey man, do you know what that one thing was about this? You got to learn it. You got to research it so you can imprint it up here instead of depending on what somebody else says. Realize this shit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. Again, like I said, I hope you guys get this book. It's very important in educating on how to communicate to begin with. It's the first thing you got to do before you even start submitting documents. Otherwise, you're handing in documents that are faulty themselves, and you can't hold them accountable if you can't take responsibility for not doing it yourself. Did you hear me? Not doing it for yourself. Right back here to the beginning of the book. These are all notations that you can make on any document that anybody gives you. Somehow it's not giving me a clear picture now. There we go. But if you look at all these are the little side notes here. Those are the abbreviations that you use on their documents to tell them, this is a sentence fragment. There's faulty parallelism. It's got a dangling modifier. The comma splice here is wrong. And because of the sentence structure, it has no coherence. It's awkward. There's no agreement. Lowercase, misplaced modifier, non-standard. Learn this stuff and correct the errors on the face of the record to show them how silly they fucking sound. And that's all you got to do. You ain't got to enter no documents. Fix their fraudulent ones. And assert your own capacity in your own right. I am who I say I am. My yea be my yea, my nay be my nay. Who would rebut that? Do you not agree I have the same rights and responsibilities of having my own beliefs? Do you not agree that I have the exact same rights and responsibilities of making my own choices? Do you not agree that I have the same rights and responsibilities of being able to change my mind according to my own knowledge? Then please, correct the record. Apologies. But anyway, then please correct your document so that I have a good knowledge and understanding of it so I can give an appropriate answer in response. Without that, I cannot possibly respond to your babbling. Period.